Hello everybody, I'm Ernest. So today we're here to show you what I found at the secondhand store. If you've been watching my videos, you've noticed that I've done a lot of secondhand store videos and stuff I find. It's usually Western wear, but also on my channel I do Casio watches. So, what did I find there? This bad boy. A Pro Trek. Now, my understanding, or from what the small research I've done, there's a bunch of different models of Pro Treks out there. This is an older version that has the two buttons in the front to adjust and the light button. I found a video that had this exact watch, and he called it a PGA 240. I think that's what this actually is. Now, I did some research, and there you can find a Pro Trek for on Amazon. I'm looking is about $150 and like $220 up to $500, just depending what it is. There's so many different variations of this watch. This was in that second-hand store, Plato's Closet, which is my favorite second-hand clothing store, and they had it marked for $30, and I said, I'm getting that watch. And then I had my military discount on top of it, so I got it for $27. So what does this watch do? Well, it's an outdoor watch, as you can tell by the colors and the design. It has a lot of G-Shock in it. It's not a G-Shock, but it has like screw-in with wrist straps, just like a G-Shock. This back here reminds me of the Mudman, the way it has this overlaying protective of the back plate to keep from like mud and debris to get in there, sand and stuff. So that kind of ruggedizes it. Has a nice robust wrist strap, and it's a long one that that I can tell. I like this little logo, Pro Trek. Now, this thing has solar power on it too. So that is a nice feature. And it has three buttons here: compass, barometric pressure, and altitude. This is what the Pro Trek does versus, let's say, other watches. And this is the sensor right here. They call this the triple sensor, and that's where it takes its readings. It all goes by air pressure. This is not a smart watch, so it's not connected to a network or your phone or anything. So you have to calibrate it to like wherever you're at. So you'll put in the longitude, latitude. You know, I looked up San Antonio, Texas, where I live, and I put in the longitude, latitude. It takes a little learning and set it up, but I was used to that because I did it on my G-Shock Rangeman. These two watches are similar in that they kind of do the same functions, although the G-Shock is a tougher, heavier version of the Pro Trek. This is 100-meter water resistant. This is 200 meters water resistant. This is G-Shock is shock resistant. It's tougher. And I bought this on eBay for $150, and I bought this band for $8 on eBay also, and kind of converted to that. So this kind of does what the Rangeman does, but instead of having three buttons for the different sensors, this has one big button here, and you have to kind of toggle through it. But this is a good looking watch. It's a large face. I'm not really sure what the diameter is. It's in the 50s, I'm sure, 50 something millimeters. It's big, but it looks good on me. I like it. Comfortable to watch. It looks big and heavy. It's not. It's quite a bit lighter than the G-Shock, and I don't consider this very heavy. I wear this all the time, and it's pretty comfortable, and this is even more comfortable. Now the thing with these Pro Treks is that they're supposedly made from environmental friendly. See how the light just turned on? See that? That is, it has that tilt filter feature that when you twist your wrist, it turns the light on, and see, it keeps doing that. So I'm going to turn it off because it's constantly going off, and that's one of those features that it has on there. Same thing on the G-Shock. So this stuff is supposedly made was by eco-friendly materials or product. I'm not really sure exactly on that. It even comes with a recyclable box that came apart on me. Everything in here is recyclable. What's up with you, California? Stop being different. They're the worst enemies. So anyway, this watch is oh, let me tell you something else. The bezel moves. So let's go to compass. Now what you're supposed to do is have it flat, and the top of the watch is the direction that you're trying to figure out, and that's the direction that it's going to tell you. So it's going to do is say, now this has an overlay screen, so north is that way. So you can turn this around, and it stays on for about 10 seconds or so, and you can set your watch for what. So that is north, the brighter. So I'm at 129 degrees. I'm facing southeast. That's what that's telling me, and you can leave it like that. Now that's how that works. Now let's go to barometric pressure. It's going to take its readings. So there's a degree. It's 87 degrees. It's probably 87 because I've been holding the watch. For the more accurate reading, you need to have the watch, I think, away from your body and let it cool to ambient temperature. So that's the barometric pressure, and as always, you'll have your time local on here, and then you have the altitude. So it says I'm at 920 feet. I don't know how accurate that is. Now, since this is not a smartwatch, you have to calibrate it. So it's good to find a known location where you know what you are on elevation, and calibrate it, and then you can do your trekking or whatever. That's what I would recommend if you're actually going to use this for, like, you know, climbing through the mountains and stuff where you got a lot of elevation changes, if that information is important to you. So on top of all that, you got the time. Now this chart up here is expressing the barometric pressure and what it's doing, I think, in a 40 something hour time period. There's the date up there. It's March the 31st, 11:09, and the seconds. Okay, so this is sunrise and sun up time. So this, I don't know if you can tell by the arrows down there, this is sunrise and this is sunset. So that is pretty much spot on. This is a record feature. So this thing, you can record like your compass reading, and you can take a snapshot out of it and then go to your record. I don't know how many snapshots it can take, but then you can go back and see what the readings were at that particular time. I think this is world time, and up above all the different cities and what the time is are in those cities and those regions. So this has world time too. As you can see, as I'm going through the different city codes, it changes the time. stopwatch feature, timer feature, and it has alarms. I don't know how many alarms it has. I'm not really sure. I'm sure it's more than one. And back to your home screen. So anyway, I am so happy I found this watch, and has a little bit of G-Shock, DNA in it. I like the buttons and the sensors. I don't know if you can see that. See, there's the, let me show you what the buttons look like. Very nice, encapsulated in there, kind of guarding the buttons, and I'm sure this is going to last me a long time. And with the tough solar, I don't have to buy a battery for it for a while. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.